Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathantam Tam Sachivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagar Lalita Shri Shakhantamsh Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kam Shri Radha Kanta Namusite Tapatan Shri Gauranga Shri Radhe Dinayam Shri Shabhanu Shri Devi Pranam Shri Panchita Vasi Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 So we are ready towards 9th chapter, 3rd verse.
Yes, Mataji.
I have Hindi book. They don't have English book. They read from the Veda book. I have to just explain. You all will be reading it.
Mataji, your voice is not very clearly audible, Mataji.
So it's coming?
Yes, there's little disturbance coming, Mataji.
1 minute. I think it's not fit properly.
Wait, I will take the class.
It's coming now.
Yes, Mataji. Clear. Thank you.
So 9th chapter, 3rd verse. So last time we saw the big purport on the 2nd verse, that is Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yoga. For that, Srila Prabhupada writes a big commentary. Now, 9th chapter, 3rd verse. Ashatadhana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Sansara Vartmani. Ashatadhana, that means one who is faithless. Ashatadhana Purusha Dharmasyasya, one who has no faith. Krishna very clearly says, he can never attain me. Aprapya Mam. Aprapya Mam means he will never attain me. The first and the foremost qualification required to attain Krishna is the faith. Faith in the words of Lord. So we were discussing in the morning Chaitanya Bhagavat class, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells to Mukunda, he passes the news through Srivas to Mukunda, that I will not be giving darshan now, but after millions of births, you will get the darshan. And Mukunda got the faith in this verse. He had the faith. So first he was crying and then he was dancing in jubilation. Yes, I'll get, maybe after millions of births, no problem, but I'll get the darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is faith. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I wanted to test your faith. You have so much of faith in me. Anyhow, you have bound me in your heart by your faith. So it is the faith which binds Krishna within the heart. Krishna says, don't doubt. Many places this has come, asamshayam, don't have the doubt. So here, the one who has no bhakti can never attain me. And they have to again come back here. Mrityu, samsara, vartamani. Vartamani means they have to come back. Okay, Goloka, read.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Ashradhadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aparapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani. Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. Purport. The faithless cannot accomplish this process of devotional service. That is the purport of this verse. Faith is created by association of devotees. Unfortunate people, even after hearing all the evidence of Vedic literature from great personalities, still have no faith in God. They are hesitant and cannot stay fixed in the devotional service of the Lord. Thus, faith is a most important factor for progress in Krishna consciousness. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that faith is the complete conviction that simply by serving the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, one can achieve all perfection. That is called real faith, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yatha tarormula nishachanena trapyanti tatskanda bhujapashakaha pranopahara chayathendriyanam tathaiva sarvaham achyutajya. By giving water to the root of a tree, one satisfies. By giving water to the root of a tree, one satisfies its branches, twigs, and leaves, and by supplying food to the stomach, one satisfies all the senses of the body. Similarly, by engaging in the transcendental service of the Supreme Lord, one automatically satisfies all the demigods and all other living entities. Therefore, after reading Bhagavad Gita, one should promptly come to the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. One should give up all other engagements and adopt the service of the Supreme Lord, Krishna, the personality of Godhead. If one is convinced of this philosophy of life, that is faith. Now, the development of that faith is the process of Krishna consciousness. There are three divisions of Krishna conscious men. In the third class are those who have no faith, even if they are officially engaged in devotional service. They cannot achieve the highest perfectional stage. Most probably, they will slip after some time. They may become engaged, but because they haven't complete conviction and faith, it is very difficult for them to continue in Krishna consciousness. We have practical experience in discharging our missionary activity that some people come and apply themselves to Krishna consciousness with some hidden motive, and as soon as they are economically a little well situated, they give up this process and take to their old ways again. It is only by faith that one can advance in Krishna consciousness. As far as the development of faith is concerned, one who is well versed in the literatures of devotional service and has attained the stage of firm faith is called a first class person in Krishna consciousness. And in the second class are those who are not very advanced in understanding the devotional scriptures, but who automatically have firm faith that Krishna Bhakti or service to Krishna is the best course, and so in good faith have taken it up. Thus, they are superior to the third class, who have neither perfect knowledge of the scriptures nor good faith, but by association and simplicity are trying to follow. The third class person in Krishna consciousness may fall down, but when one is in the second class, he does not fall down. And for the first class person in Krishna consciousness, there is no chance of falling down. One in the first class will surely make progress and achieve the result at the end. As far as the third class person in Krishna consciousness is concerned, although he has faith in the conviction that devotional service to Krishna is very good, he has not yet gained adequate knowledge of Krishna through the scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes these third class persons in Krishna consciousness have some tendency towards karma yoga and jnana yoga, and sometimes they are disturbed. But as soon as the infection of karma yoga or jnana yoga is vanquished, they become second class or first class persons in Krishna consciousness. Faith in Krishna is also divided into three stages and described in Srimad Bhagavatam. First class attachment, second class attachment, and third class attachment are also explained in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 11th canto. Those who have no faith, even after hearing about Krishna and the excellence of devotional service, who think that it is simply eulogy, find the path very difficult, even if they are supposedly engaged in devotional service. For them, there is very little hope of gaining perfection. Thus, faith is very important in the discharge of devotional service. Hare Krishna.
So faith is the only aspect. Now 3 types of devotees have been spoken: Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, and Uttam Adhikari. Sit in here. Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, Uttam Adhikari. So Kanishta Adhikari, why these people will slip away from the devotional service? Because though they may come to the temple, they get an opportunity to serve the Lord, but still their faith in the scripture is not there. Their faith in the Guru is not there. Their faith in the association of devotees are not there. So they may come, they may perform some devotional service, but they will go away. Madhyam Adhikari Bhakta has strong faith in the Guru and Shastra. They like to have association of devotees. But for progressing in devotional service, they keep the non-devotees aside. Uttam Adhikari Bhakta, and another one, Madhyam Adhikari Bhakta has strong faith in the scriptures, but he cannot speak the scriptures. He is not well versed to speak the scriptures, or through the scriptures he is not able to transform people. Uttam Adhikari Bhakta has a strong hold of the scriptures, can change others' heart, transform others' heart, and for the purpose of preaching, he can come to the level of Madhyam Adhikari and keep some people who are faithless aside. But he has no distinction between anyone. He knows everybody is the son of God. Everybody is an Amsha of Krishna. But for the purpose of preaching, he will keep the faithless people aside. But he has compassion for everyone. Like Srila Prabhupada, when he went to West, he has compassion for everyone. That is why Prabhupada could transform everyone's heart. But neophyte devotees, they don't have any faith. Kanishta means neophyte devotees. They don't have faith. For them, oh, Jagannath, they'll come, they'll take darshan. But after some time, they'll go away. But they don't want to hear the scriptures. They don't have faith in the association. Okay. Now, 4th verse. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina masthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshavastitah. Maya tatam idam sarvam. I pervade everywhere. That is why he is Vasudeva. Vasatiti sarvatraha Vasudeva. So, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagada vyakta murtina. He is in the form of avyakta murtina. He is not seen, but how is he seen? By the perfect arrangement of the things around. Like you can see that unseen thread by seeing the perfect arrangement of the pearls. So here also the same thing has been spoken. By seeing the perfect arrangement of the universe, one can understand that Avyakta Murtina is present everywhere. Matsthani Sarva Bhutani. All the living entities are in me. I am not in them. You will say how? Lord is present as Paramatma in everyone's heart. So why Lord says I am not in them? I am not involved in them. I am not interfering in their activities. I am not responsible for their karmas. I am just a seer. I am just watching. If somebody wants to come to me, then I will give that intelligence, or I allow them to do whatever they want. It is as good as not being in them. It is as good as not being in them. Like somebody is accompanying you, he is not at all talking to you, not at all involving in your activities, not at all advising you, just keeping like this and coming. Then what will say? Ye to mere saath hai hi nahi. So Lord is not in them means Lord is not involving in any of their activities. That free will has been given, do whatever you want. Consequences, everything is there in the Shastras. You have to face the consequences. I will not advise, I will not do anything. You want to drink cigarette? Drink. You want to go to some clubs and pubs? Get lost. You want to die? You won't die by drinking anything bad. Whatever you want to do. Krishna only as Paramatma. He reciprocates only with devotees. Because devotees want to hear from Lord. That is why Krishna speaks through the heart. What Krishna wants to eat also, Krishna speaks within the heart to the devotees. Others are not interested also to ask what you want to eat. What I want to eat is the priority. What Krishna wants to eat, nobody wants to ask. Why Krishna should talk to them? So Krishna says, I am not in them. Okay? Okay, Aruna Upadhyay, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Maya tadmidam sarvam jagat vyaktamurtina matasthani sarvabhutani na chaham teshva avastitaha. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is not perceivable through the gross material senses. It is said, Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet graham indriya sevon mukhehi jivado swayam eva spurte adha. Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.2.234. Lord Krishna's name, fame, pastimes, etc. cannot be understood by material senses. Only to one who is engaged in pure devotional service under the proper guidance is he revealed. In Brahma Samhita 5.38, it is stated, Prema Jana Churita Bhakti Vilochena Santaha Sadeva Hridaya Vilokyanti. One can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, always within himself and outside himself. If one has developed the transcendental loving attitude towards him, thus for people in general, he is not visible. Here it is said that although he is all pervading, everywhere present, he is not conceivable by the material senses. This is indicated by here the word avyakta murtina. But actually, although we cannot see him, everything is resting in him. As we have discussed in 7th chapter, the entire material cosmic manifestation is only combination of his two different energies, the superior spiritual energy and the inferior material energy. Just as the sunshine is spread all over the universe, the energy of the Lord is spread all over the creation, and everything is resting in energy. Yet one should not conclude that because he is spread all over he has lost his personal existence. To refute such an argument, the Lord says, I am everywhere and everything is mine, but still I am aloof. For example, a king heads a government which is but the manifestation of the king's energy. The different governmental departments are nothing but the energies of the king, and each department is resting on the king's power, but still one cannot expect the king to be present in every department personally. That is a crude example. Similarly, all the manifestation that we see and everything that exists both in the material world and in spiritual world are resting on the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The creation takes place by the diffusion of his different energies, and as stated in Bhagavad Gita, Vistabhyam idam Krishnam. He is everywhere present by his personal representation, the diffusion of his different energies. Hare Krishna.
Okay, next. 5th one. Nacha matsthani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta bhrunna cha bhutastho mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. You see how many bhutani, bhuta bhavanaha, bhuta bhrin, bhutastho. 4 places. Saw that? Very wonderful words. Nacha matsthani bhutani. The living entities are not in me. Now see, just now what Lord told, all the living entities are within me. Exactly contradictory verse now. Nacha masthani bhutani, all and the living entities are not in me. See my inconceivable power. Bhuta bhruncha bhutastho. Bhuta bhruncha bhutastho. Mamatma bhuta bhavana. So the word to word explanation is see. Bhuta bhrin. I maintain them. Nacha bhutastaha. I maintain them and I protect them. I am not in them. Nacha bhutasta. I am not in them. Mama atmaha bhuta bhavana. In fact, I am the source of all the manifestation. My mind maintains and protects them. Now here, how to understand? Krishna says, all the living entities are in me. Suddenly it is said here, they are not in me. Because there can be a question, oh, so many living entities, all the living entities are in you. Are you tired of carrying so much burden? Then Lord says, no. The things created by me are not within me. I create them. They are in me means they are in my jurisdiction. Understand it very nice. They are in me. They are in my jurisdiction. Now we are with Modi ji. That means what? We are under the rule of Modi ji. We are in his jurisdiction, right? But we are not in his house. But at the same time, we are in his house. Now, which house? The ruling house, that is in the jurisdiction. So the living entities are in me. That means they are within my rule. They are in my rule. They are in my jurisdiction. But I'm not carrying them. I don't carry anyone's, or I don't stick them in my body. They cannot become one with me. At the same time, I don't carry their burden. Next is Matsthani Sarva Bhutani. Everything, but in the previous verse, what did you say? Masthani Sarva Bhutani. That everything is situated in you. And in this verse, you are saying Nacha Masthani Bhutani. First, what Lord told? Masthani Sarva Bhutani. Suddenly, what Lord says? Nacha Masthani Bhutani. So, this is known as Yoga Aishwaryam. Such contradictory things only exist in me. Virupta Samanyam Tasmin Na Chitram. Who is Krishna? Where two contradictory things exist at the same time. That is Krishna. He is beautiful, at the same time very ugly. Now if we say, oh, Goloka is very beautiful. Suddenly somebody says, oh, Goloka is very ugly. It doesn't work. At one time, nobody becomes very beautiful, nobody becomes ugly also. Either you should be ugly or beautiful. But Krishna at one time, at the same time, he is ugly also, beautiful also. He is all beautiful, all ugly. Because Krishna says that Kala means death. Death is not beautiful. Now Krishna is very intelligent. All intelligent. Not just very intelligent, all intelligent. Krishna, at the same time, Krishna is all Buddhu. How is all Murkha? Even a person who says, I don't believe in God, still Krishna provides everything to him. Is he not Murkha? He should punish him, na? So by saying such contradictory things, the Shastras is proving Krishna's magnanimity, Krishna's compassion, Krishna, how he is equal to everyone. The non-partial attitude of Krishna, impartiality. So in this way, this is Yoga Aishwaryam, two contradictory things. Masthani Sarva Bhutani, Nacha Masthani Bhutani. Yoga is defined the means by which something very difficult to attain. So the yoga is having that Shakti. Here I am reading Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, whose quality is that every desire is fulfilled without effort. Satya Sankalpa Shakti. So then clarifies the issue. The Satya Sankalpa Shakti, yoga. There's another meaning for yoga is Krishna fulfills everyone's desire by his Shakti. Satya Sankalpa Shakti. So Krishna protects everyone. Bhuta Bhrita. Bhuta Bhrita. But he doesn't have any contact with them. Krishna says, my mind, Mama Atma, takes care of them. Bhuta Bhavana. I take care of them just by my thought. Krishna personally doesn't have to come and take care. Just by thinking, Krishna can take care. That is why devotees always think about Krishna. Krishna also thinks about the devotees. But Krishna says, I not only think about the devotees, I think about everyone. And I know everyone's desire. That is how I maintain them. Somebody wants to maintain himself by some wrong deeds. Krishna allows it. I maintain and protect them by my I do not have to act with my body to do this. It's very important. So Krishna doesn't have to do it physically. Like we have to maintain our children, then we have to act. We have to maintain. With our body only we can maintain. But Krishna can maintain just by mind. Okay. Saurabh Prabhu, please read.
न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि पश्य मे योगमैश्वर्यम् भूतवृन्न भूतस्थो ममात्मा भूतभावनः. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is the very source of creation. Okay. The Lord says that everything is resting on him. Matsthani sarva bhutani. This should not be misunderstood. The Lord is not directly concerned with the maintenance and sustenance of this material manifestation. Sometimes we see a picture of Atlas holding the globe on his shoulders. He seems to be very tired, holding this great earthly planet. Such an image should not be entertained in connection with Krishna's upholding this created universe. He says that although everything is resting on him, he is aloof. The planetary systems are floating in space, and the space is the energy of the Supreme Lord. But he is different from space. He is differently situated. Therefore, the Lord says, although they are situated on my inconceivable energy, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am aloof from them. This is the inconceivable opulence of the Lord. In the Nirukti Vedic dictionary, it is said, Yujyate Nena Durgateshu Karyeshu. The Supreme Lord is performing inconceivably wonderful pastimes, displaying his energy. His person is full of different potent energies, and his determination is itself actual fact. In this way, the personality of Godhead is to be understood. We may think of doing something, but there are so many impediments, and sometimes it is not possible to do as we like. But when Krishna wants to do something, simply by his willing, everything is performed so perfectly that one cannot imagine how it is being done. The Lord explains this fact. Although he is the maintainer and sustainer of the entire material manifestation, he does not touch this material manifestation. Simply by his supreme will, everything is created, everything is sustained, everything is maintained, and everything is annihilated. There is no difference between his mind and himself, as there is a difference between ourselves and our present material mind, because he is absolute spirit. Simultaneously, the Lord is present in everything, yet the common man cannot understand how he is also present personally. He is different from this material manifestation, yet everything is resting on him. This is explained here as Yogam Aishwaryam, the mystic power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
यथा यथाः ससितो नित्यं वायुः सर्वत्र को नहन् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मस्थानिति Upadharaya. Wait. So it's so small. No? Let me read from here. Yeah. Sixth one. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentaries books, this shloka is so small. यथाकाशसितो नित्यं वायु सर्वत्र गो महान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानित्युपधारयन्. So here it is said, just as the wind is situated in the ether, in the same way, and goes everywhere, the wind is flowing everywhere. It all happens because of Lord's will. So all the living beings are supported and maintained by me alone. Krishna says, Tatha sarvani bhutani masthani upadare. I maintain them. Now, yatha akasha sthito nityam vayu. In Akash, what is there? Vayu is there. Sarvatra ko mahan. It goes here and there. But that also he goes because of, it can go because of my will. In the same way, all the living beings are there in me, but they can do whatever they want. See, that is why the comparison is there. In the sky, Vayu is there, but it can go anywhere. The sky has no control over the Vayu. The Vayu has all the freedom to go anywhere. In the same way, the living entities, though is in Krishna, but have got independence to change any type of bodies. It can go around in 84 lakh spaces as many times it wants. Though in Krishna, but still not in Vaikuntha. Though in Krishna, but still not in Goloka. Has the freedom to roam around in this material world. Vayu is in the sky, has the freedom to go anywhere. So that is how Krishna says, in me, still not in me. In me, in my jurisdiction, but I don't interfere, not in me, not in my dham. We are not sitting with Krishna and eating. Now we are not in dham, but we are still in him, in his jurisdiction. Now, whoever understands this law of nature, that everything is controlled by him, he is maintaining everything, that person is characterized as devotee. Who is a devotee? Who understands his supremacy. That is why we say, okay, we are devotees of Krishna. Why we say that? We are also roaming in this material world only. Why we can say that? At least we are studying the Shastras, at least have Srila Prabhupada gives us this firm conviction, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. That is the difference between a conditioned living entity and a person who has taken up the sadhana bhakti. At least he accepts the supremacy. But still Krishna has allowed us, whatever you want, you can do. You want to be with Srila Prabhupada, be with Srila Prabhupada. You want to rot in the world, go and rot in the world. So all the freedom again has been given. So Prabhupada can say that he is in me, but still I am not in him. He is in my jurisdiction. So in the same way, Lord says, I am not responsible for his karmas. Okay? Who will read? Palash, can you read? Or let Pushpa read. First you keep your videos on. Then Pushpa, you read till the time.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yathakasa sthito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan tatha sarvani bhutani matstaniti upadharaya. Understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. For the ordinary person, it is almost inconceivable how the huge material creation is resting in him. But the Lord is giving an example which may help us to understand. The sky may be the biggest manifestation we can conceive. And in that sky, the wind or air is the biggest manifestation in the cosmic world. The movement of the air influences the movements of everything. But although the wind is great, it is still situated within the sky. The wind is not beyond the sky. Similarly, all the wonderful cosmic manifestations are existing by the supreme will of God, and all of them are subordinate to that supreme will. As we generally say, not a blade of grass moves without the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, everything is moving under His will. By His will, everything is being created, everything is being maintained, and everything is being annihilated. Still, He is aloof from everything, as the sky is always aloof from the activities of the wind. In the Upanishads, it is stated, Yad Dhisa Vatah Pavate. It is out of the fear of the Supreme Lord that the wind is blowing. Taittiriya Upanishad 2.8.1, in the Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad 3.8.9, it is stated, Etasya va aksharasya prashasane gargi surya chandramasau vidritau tishtata etasya va aksharasya prashasane gargi vyav aprithivyau vidritau tishtataha. By the supreme order under the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the moon, the sun, and the other great planets are moving. In the Brahma Samhita 5.52 also it is stated, Yat Shakshur Esa Savita Sakala Grahanam Raja Samasta Suramurtir Ashesha Teja Yash Yajnaya Brahmati Sambhrita Kala Chakro
Yasya Gaya Brahmati Sambrita Kala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham
Sambrita Kala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. This is a description of the movement of the sun. It is said that the sun is considered to be one of the eyes of the Supreme Lord, and that it has immense potency to diffuse heat and light. Still, it is moving in its prescribed orbit by the order and the supreme will of Govinda. So, from the Vedic literature, we can find evidence that this material manifestation, which appears to us to be very wonderful and great, is under the complete control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This will be further explained in the later verses of this chapter. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Next. Udasina, this word is very important. Udasina means how to remain neutral to the things happening around. So Krishna, though is in everything, though not in everything, though everyone is there in him, though not in him, many contradictory things are there. Krishna says, Nacha mam tani karmani nimadnanti dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. Whatever actions the living entities do, or whatever actions I do, no actions bind me, Krishna says. Nacha mam tani sarvani, nacha mam tani sarvani nibadnanti dhananjaya. I'm not bound by my activities. Udasina udasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. So Krishna remains neutral, uncontaminated by these acts. His actions are creation, maintenance, and destruction. So unequal body is an act of injustice, is an act of different types of unequal bodies are there. Some may say, oh, it is an act of injustice. Somebody is getting dog's body, somebody is getting this body, that body, somebody is getting human body. Is it not an act of injustice? Lord says, no. You may see inequality in creation and maintenance, but that is not going to contaminate me, nor it is going to give me the quality of injustice. Like some people have a lot of food to eat to waste also. Some people don't get anything. So some may say, oh, Lord is so unfair. For someone, he gives like anything and they don't value it. And for some people, there is no food to eat. Lord says, my actions are not contaminated with the quality of injustice. He says, it is because of their own karmas. I am not responsible. Somebody is a beggar, I am not responsible. Somebody is suffering, I am not responsible. It is their own karmas. I remain neutral to their unequal karmas. So that is how Krishna says, the karmas caused by the jivas does not contaminate me with the fault of injustice. Asaktam, I am not attached to anything. I am udasina. I am neutral. So the author of Vedanta says, Vaishamyaha nirgrahena sapekshatva tatha hi darshayati. Krishna is neither partial nor cruel. Whatever sufferings and the pains, or the pleasure and the pain, the living entity experiences, that is only because of their own karmas. So because Lord is neutral, some may say, then how is he doer? Yes, still he is doer.
Mataji, we have to do 7th verse. Actually, on doing the 9th verse.
Wait. I read the 9th verse. Okay. Okay. In your 9th verse explanation is done. Okay, 7th verse. Sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpa kshaya punastani kalpado visrujamyaham. So all things enter in me in the form of my prakriti at the time of destruction. Because of me alone. And at the time of creation, again I manifest. Sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam. Everything comes in me. Kalpa kshaye punastani. So kshaya means now everything is destroyed. Again, it is appearing. So manifest and manifest. So when creation happens, everything is manifested. When destruction is there, everything enters in Krishna. So in nutshell, matter is also eternal. Matter is eternal. God is eternal. Jiva is eternal. Time is eternal. Only karma is changeable. How matter is eternal? Everything enters, everything comes out. Like you put something in the mouth and you are removing it out of the mouth. The same way. Something is manifest, something is unmanifest. Same thing. So matter is eternal. Matter is not destroyed. The forms taken by the matter is destroyed. What we see in the mirror is a form taken by the matter. We ourselves don't know how the matter, 24 elements constitute this body. What we can appreciate is only this external form. It is like the pack of cards having a wonderful form. You on the fan, the pack of cards, they go down. So everything is destroyed. It seems that the form is destroyed, but the pack of cards is the same. The number of cards, whatever you have used, is the same. The same way, matter remains the same, constant. The 24 elements remain the same. The forms changes. Okay, read. Palash, you can read.
Yes, Mataji. Sarva bhutani kaunteya prakruti yanti mamikam kalpa.
What you read now? Prakrutim yanti mamikam. Prakrutim
yanti mamikam.
Kalpakshaye punasthani.
Kalpakshaye punasthani.
Kalpadau visrujamyaham.
Visrujamyaham.
Very good.
O son of Kuntiya, at the end of the millennium, all the material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. The creation, maintenance, and the annihilation of this material cosmic manifestations are completely dependent on the supreme will of the personality of the God. At the end of the millennium means the death of the Brahma. Brahma lives for 100 years and his one day is calculated at 4 crore 4 3
Better you write, better you say how many zeros are there.
4300 followed by 6 zeros of our earthly years. His night is of the same duration. His month consists of 30 such days and nights. His years of 12 months. After 1 year, after 100 such years, when Brahma dies, the devastation or the annihilation takes place. This means that the energy manifested by the Supreme Lord is again wound up in himself, wound up in himself. This again, when there is a need of to manifest the cosmic world, it is done by his will. Bahusamya. Although I am one, I shall become many. This is a Vedic aphorism. Chandra Yoga Upanishad 6.2.3. He expands himself in this material energy and the whole cosmic manifestation again takes place. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Next. Prakritim swamadish avashthabhya visrujami punha punha bhutagramam imam krishnam avatsam prakutir vashat. Prakritim avashthabhya visrujami punha bhutagramam imam krishnam avasham prakutir vashat. So Krishna says, by my prakriti alone, prakritim swam avashthabhya, visrujami puna puna. I only create again, transforming this prakriti. Because of me, my will, this prakriti transforms. And in this way, I create again all living entities. That means I give variety of bodies. Bhutagramam imam krishnam. Avasham prakrutir vashat. They are all under the control of me, vashat. Avasham prakrutir. Because of their previous impressions, avasham prakrutir, they get this prakriti. They get this different types of bodies. So I am not responsible for them. It is their own previous life impressions. So Lord has nothing to do. It's our previous life impressions that we act. So where does Krishna consciousness help? In cutting our karmas. Which karmas? What we'll do in the future. Our previous life impressions, because of that, we have got 4 reactions. Bija, Kuta, Prarabdha, Prarabdha. At the stage of Bija, you can burn it. If you are really sincere about chanting the holy name very nicely, if you have taken this very seriously, we can burn the seed of sin. We can burn the things which will grow this seed of sin. That also Kuta can be burnt off. Prarabdha, whatever we are facing, that has to be tolerated. In future, whatever we are going to get the results, that can be completely wiped off. So that is where bhakti comes into help. But in here, Krishna says, I am not responsible for different types of bodies. It is their previous impressions. Okay. Ashish Upadhyay, Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna. Prakritim swamavastabhya visrujami punha punha bhutagramam imam krishna avasam prakritir vasat. Translation: the whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. The material world is the manifestation of the inferior energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This has already been explained several times. At the creation, the material energy is let loose at the Mahatattva, into which the Lord, as his first Purusha incarnation, Mahavishnu, enters. He lies within the casual ocean and breathes out innumerable universes. And into each universe, the Lord again enters as the Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Each universe is in that way created. He still further manifests himself as Trishur Daksya Vishnu, and that Vishnu enters into everything, even into the minute atom. This fact is explained here. He enters into everything. Now, as far as the living entities are concerned, they are impregnated into this material nature, and as a result of their past deeds, they take different positions. Thus, the activities of this material world begin. The activities of the different species of living being are begun from the very moment of the creation. It is not that the all is evolved. The different species of life are created immediately along with the universe. Man, animal, beast, birds, everything is simultaneously created because of whatever desires the living entities had at the annihilations are again manifested. It is clearly indicated here by the word avasam that the living entities have nothing to do with this process. The state of being in the past life, in the past creation, is simply manifested again, and all this is done simply by His will. This is inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of God, and after creating different species of life, He has no connections with them. The creation take place to accommodate the inclinations of the various living entities, and so the Lord does not become involved with it. Hare Krishna.
So Lord is not involving in the bodies what we get because of our own life impressions or previous impressions. So take the last verse. Anyhow, I have explained that verse. Nachamam tani karmani nibadnanti dhananjaya udasina udasinam asaktam teshu karmasu. I am not responsible. I am udasina. Udasina means I am neutral. People cannot blame me for injustice. Many times we hear people blaming Lord for injustice. भगवान को दिखता नहीं है क्या? Lord says नहीं दिखता जाओ. He doesn't want to see. Why he should see? Your karmas you face. Krishna says I am very neutral. No one's karma can give me any clay or any bad name, or no one's karma can contaminate me by saying that I'm having the quality of injustice. Krishna says, no, I don't have that fault. I am na sa apekhatvat. That means I am not with anyone. I'm not in their side also. Neither I have any cruelty towards anyone. Okay. So Mayur Prabhuji, please read. Mayur Prabhu.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Nachamam tani karmani nibandanti dhananjaya udasina vada asinam udasina vada asinam ashaktam teshu karmasu. Meaning, O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. Purport. One should not think in this connection that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has no engagement. In the spiritual world, he is always engaged. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated, Atma Atmarasya Tasyasti Prakrutasya Samagama. He is always involved in his eternal blissful spiritual activities, but he has nothing to do with these material activities. Material activities are being carried out on by his different potencies. The Lord is always neutral in the material activities of the created world. This neutrality is mentioned here with the word Udasinavad. Although he has control over every minute detail of material activities, he is sitting as if neutral. This example can be given of a high court judge sitting on his bench. By his order, so many things are happening. Someone is being hanged, someone is being put into jail, someone is awarded a huge amount of wealth, but still he is neutral. He has nothing to do with all that gain and loss. Similarly, the Lord is always neutral. Although he has his hand in every sphere of activity, In the Vedanta Sutra 2.1.34, it is stated, Vaishamya Nirakarane Na. He is not situated in the dualities of this material world. He is transcendental to these dualities, nor is he attached to the creation and annihilation of this material world. The living entities take their different forms in the various species of life according to their past deeds, and the Lord doesn't interfere with them. Hare Krishna.
So stop here. So Friday we'll see how Krishna is a superintendent for everything. He is a president of everything. Adhyaksha. Adhyaksha means president. He's not a temple president. He is universal president. Okay. Any questions you can ask?
Mataji, here it is said that Lord is neutral. The Lord is neutral.
Neutral means he doesn't involve in anyone's karma. Understand it very nice.
But then when a devotee surrenders to him completely, then
We
also
are
he
not talking about devotees. For devotees, special case. Any of Krishna is going to say, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu, but still for the devotees, I am with him. He is with me.
okay.
Devotees are the special species. Special case. They cannot live without Krishna, and also Krishna cannot live without them.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Stop here. You have doubt? Okay. Yeah, Gautam has doubt. 1 minute.
Why we tell God is cause of all causes?
Why we say God is cause of all causes? Even to give you free will, he is only given. That is why he is cause of all causes. To give you minute independence also, he is only given. That is why he is cause of all causes. To give you suffering also, he is the cause. But why that suffering? Because of your free will. He has given free will, that is why you can do whatever you want, then you suffer. So ultimately, he is the cause of everything. Cause of all causes. If free will would have not been given, then these all things would have not come. But Krishna doesn't interfere. Krishna